Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, back with a preview of some of the reels I'll be working on this week. And up here in the Northeast, yep, it's getting a little colder. Some folks are hearing that heating going on in the background, and yep, that's part of the seasonal change. We're just finishing up the fishing season now, and quite honestly, things have slowed a little bit in the shop, which is wonderful, but we're still getting some packages in, and I thought I would give you a preview of some of the reels that I'll be working on this week, see what can be done to give them a second chance. So the first two you're looking at are actually Penn 49s, and these got sent in, and the request was, can I make 2 out of 1? So this one's a nice example of a Penn 49. The chrome is clean, but it's jammed up. There's nothing working on it at all. It's almost impossible to turn this spool. We're missing a couple of screws, and the fellow said he was able to pick up what he called a donor reel, and this is one. It's well, it's the same thing but in a lot worse condition. It turns very slowly. There's a little bit of a grind to it. You can hear the spool chirp in the back, which is not unusual for a trolling reel. I love this. This is kind of showing you the age. They use some cord, some string, to just save some space on the reel, but this reel apparently hasn't been fished in quite some time. It has had a handle replacement. This rubber handle really didn't come along until the 2000s. This reel is much older than that. Same thing here, so I think maybe what happened is the original handles got broken. The fellow replaced the handles with the newer Penn handle. But regardless, we've got one problem here I can tell already. This free spool release, well, it's not working. It's too free to have any spring tension on that. So that's my project for the week. Take 2, make 1. And quite honestly, if I can find some pieces and parts and find out that there's nothing really terrible about this reel that's jamming it up, well, we may take 2 and make 2. One of them certainly won't be pretty, but if we can get them both fishing again, well, that would be kind of the ideal thing in terms of giving them a second chance. So we'll be working on that. We're also going to work on one that came along with that, and that's a Penn Senator 3.0. And again, you can tell it's got a lot of chrome issues on the side plates, but otherwise the reel is in nice condition. I've found that if you use this Flitz metal pre-clean, a lot of this comes off, and comes off without a lot of effort. This one is very slow. Almost feels like the one that was a donor reel there. This one is going to be a case where there's just a lot of dried grease in that. This stuff has been off for some time, and folks ask, how or why do you get this greening? Well, interestingly enough, you get the greening because the reel has not been flushed at the end of the day's fishing. The line holds the salt water, and with the salt water with nowhere to go, well, it just eventually eats right into that chrome finish on this reel. This reel should clean up nicely. We're going to give it a go. We'll get rid of all of the sluggishness in it, and then we'll get that one back out there fishing again. So we're going to go open up a couple of boxes now. While we do that, I want to take a moment to thank our first responders and essential personnel and everybody involved in keeping us safe during the pandemic. Yep, looks like we got another variant now, Omicron, and I think some of us are getting really tired about this, just wondering when we'll see a break in this, and hopefully we see a break sooner rather than later. This one comes from Rennie. It looks like we have 2 pens in here, and I think if I remember the conversation before they were sent, both of these do not have anti-reverse. These are Penn Spinfishers. It's the Spinfisher 5 series. This is the 3500. Maybe we have a pair of 3500s and a 4500. So we have the 35 and a 4500. And well, we're going to have to check. I'm feeling the anti-reverse in this one. Both of these are very sluggish for relatively new reels. So we're going to have to find out what's going on with this. But I don't know if I have one or the other of those in my library, so we're certainly going to go ahead and see if we can't get that done. So, yep, no questions on here in terms of what it was, but I'll have to go back and check some of the earlier emails. I think that's where I'm going to find the issues are with that anti-reverse. They may just be basic tune-ups. They are slow. This one comes in from Andrew. Let's see what Andrew is sending me. Andrew is in Maryland. It's almost like Christmas coming early. I've noticed that there's been a lot of issues lately with the post office. I think a lot of folks are mailing early for the holidays, and it's kind of jamming things up. Andrew's sending me a Cat Max from Bass Pro, and sounds like it's got some drag issues here. Maybe they're worn or whatever. This is I don't know who makes this reel for Bass Pro, and I don't have one of these in my library, so we'll certainly go ahead and take it. This is a ball bearing, a 4-ball bearing 5.2 retrieve. It's the Cat Max from Bass Pro. Kind of looks like a quantum reel. Doesn't say where, yeah, made in China. We'll find out. See if we can't do that one for you. So if you'd like to see these types of reels be worked on, tuned up, repaired, diagnosed, etc., well, if you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button, you will see exactly when these reels get done, for those that I'm saying I'm going to do a video on. And that way, hit that notification button, you won't miss them. And you'll get to learn a little bit about how the reels come together, how they come apart, and how to work on them yourself. This one's coming from Long Island, New York, I think, Glendale. It's coming in from Michael. And Michael is sending me a Cardinal. This is the Cardinal 57. I like this reel a lot. And I always like this. This is kind of interesting. Why you would do this is beyond me, but somebody has etched in their Social Security number. I guess maybe that's from another time and another day, right? And not quite sure what well, I guess I know what the issue is now. This bail is not operating. It's stuck. So we'll kind of go ahead and see if we can't help him out with that. That's Michael. And an Abu 57. Be happy to work on that one. And if you have questions on any of the reels here, or maybe you have a question on a different reel, and you would like to leave that question for me, I'll try and give you an answer to it if I know the answer to it. And if I don't know the answer to it, I'll try and point you in the right direction. All right, last one up for this pile comes from Michael in Valley Stream, New York. That is definitely on Long Island. And let's see what we have here. We have a pen. We have a pen, and we have maybe a Shimano. Yep. Yeah, so we have the Shimano Trinidad. This is a nice reel. Very high-speed reel. It's a 6.2 to 1 reel. It's got the gold finish on it. And you can hear it's noisy. That may be a bearing issue, or it may just be a lack of grease issue. We'll do that one. I don't have that in my arsenal. And here's a Daiwa. This is the Daiwa Saltist. So it looks like, oh, we don't. Again, noisy. That may be worn bearings. And one way to tell worn bearings versus worn gears, if you take the free spool release and you put it in neutral so that you can release, and you spin and you hear noise, well, that's a bearing. If you spin and do not hear the noise, but when you engage you hear the noise, well, then you're on the gear side. So we've got two of those we'll work on as well. Looks like we've got some exciting projects coming up in the next few days, and I'll be all too happy to do as many videos as I can, time permitting. So please, everybody, if you're interested, stay tuned, stay watching. If you have a reel like the folks that have sent these in and you're looking to have that reel serviced, well, contact me by email on the business card that follows. I'll be happy to provide you with service and repair information. To everybody, please stay safe, stay well, and stay watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.